soil does a hecking bit. And big and gurgly. Ooh. Sugar. And I should make sure the right audio sources are used.
Okay. I've now told explicitly, and that reverberated.
I hit the piano.
To use that microphone regardless of what Windows is trying to use.
Because Windows has
Chords.
dissociative operating system disorder.
Dozed.
And we use a sniff flag. Bringing down the microphone. Opening the cabinets below.
Look at Ring.
For cat story, just far as she's aware. You know she wants to just like get in one of those cubbies and nap there.
Yeah. Although really, every chance she's been given, she just sniffs for a moment and then goes on her way.
Well, of course, that's be her idea.
Yeah.
Because, you know, kitties.
Kitties indeed. Oh, this table got all twisted. There. Slowly twisting in the wind.
I don't think the wind had much with it.
No, that's just how the song goes.
Unless the cat farts are worse than usual.
Gross. Still no APR.
Blowing in the cat wind. Oh no. This is why you don't feed them human food.
Yes.
This is why they cannot have the berg. boy, yes, I drove past Rural Bavaria last night.
Oh, yeah?
Didn't know that's where that was.
Yep. Yep, I used to drive past it on the way to Rose State all the time. It's kind of out there.
Mm-hmm.
Remy, already? Really? Could you please?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Quarterly projections for frustrated cat look pretty high.
Well, I still need to be able to see the screen until we switch to...
Are you sure you can see the screen?
Yes. I can see enough of the screen right now. I just needed you to frustrate her attempts. Remy.
Meow.
Meow. Wish you wouldn't put your butt on the wand.
On the plus side, her butt is not on the wand.
Oh, okay, good.
Her butt's like over there. Just beyond the cabinet. Yeah, it'd be cool if she wouldn't put her butt places.
Yeah. I don't know if y'all can see it, but the other night I was plugging and unplugging things, and the plug itself came off of this charger. Like it's supposed to flip up out of the way, but it just broke off entirely in the socket itself.
Yeah.
I was able to pull it out easily. It was in a squid, and I just turned the squid off and pulled it out.
Do you realize what that sounded like?
Well, it's a power squid. That
You should probably simply explain that Power Squid is a name brand power strip with little tentacles coming off it for added flexibility.
yeah, it's like a power strip, except it's like separate cords.
Very short ones.
Yes. The plug itself is still over there somewhere. Remy's probably sitting on it. Hello, Remy. Meow. Yep, she was.
Yeah, either the plastic had been badly embrittled or crushed a couple of times or both.
Yeah.
But it straight up broke instead of flipping.
Mm-hmm.
Leaving the prongs just happily chilling out in the socket of the squid.
Yep, here they are.
It's being unsettling.
Just
slightly dangerous.
I didn't notice it until I reached under there and felt a tingle in my fingers. A tingle in
You feel the tingle in your finger?
Yep.
That's not good.
No.
You don't want that.
No.
How far up did it go?
Like just my fingers.
Oh, good. I put my finger in the socket of one of those Christmas candles before. It forcibly ejected my entire hand.
Mm-hmm.
And for a brief moment, I felt like something rip up a little past the elbow.
Mm.
Just like a strong, angry tingle that went to... Didn't make it to the shoulder, but it went a little past right at the arm.
I remember seeing this art installation that had these two metal, like, hand print things, and that did exactly what you're expecting that they did. And so, like, you put your hand in one and nothing. And, like, if you just fully put your hand in the other one, then you feel tingles straight through both of your arms. But if you were being very ginger about it, if you were very gingerly putting your hand in there, you would get such a shock from just like the one finger. I encountered that in high school, like on a school trip, and what a bunch of us wound up doing was creating like a long chain of us and joining in the middle, and then like gradually fewer and fewer of us. Silly high school
you were just
times.
Calling the galvanometer the omniplex by a strange term. It's an art installation, exactly. Because there's a similar-ish device at the omniplex. It's basically a galvanometer with two little plates that you shove your hands on, and it basically shows you your resistance.
No. Yeah, no, this didn't do that. This just ran a current through you.
Which you can vary wildly by pressing harder. Hey, at least I'm not doing the sound effect, kitty.
Yes, I am glad for that.
Are you creating in your head now, aren't you?
No, thankfully. Amy just washing her face. He's cute. Okay, well, APR is dragging its feet as usual.
APR is being a chicken sandwich in the bathroom.
Huh?
Cat bridge is up.
Yep.
That's something functioning appropriately.
Oh, well. Anyway. Good evening, Internet. It is 8:16 p.m. on Thursday, January 12th, 2023. Welcome to Thursday Thanatopsis. I'm your host, Mark Amsry, DJ Amstrack. That's Daniel. And tonight we're going to be continuing Sunless Skies. Last time we got a lot done in the Reach. And now we have a lot to do in Albion and still a little to do in the Reach. I'm not quite sure what we decided on starting with last time. Or what we decided we would start with. this time. Because we still have the exploration of the Regent's Grave to do. But we could also go to Albion, do business there, pick up some approved literature, and then come back to the Reach and deliver that to the woods, and then do it.
Oh yeah, there's another thing we had to do in Albion. They got literature and perdurance.
Yeah, we still need to find perdurance.
Yeah, we don't know where that is.
Yeah. But literature isn't, like, terrific money either. So it might not be worth the extra effort to do before the exploration. But I don't know. I did take the thing, so maybe I will.
Took the thing. And over there, we might be picking up a shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's blue.
Probably. Oh, I left all these things open.
It's the only blue gun we have access to. It isn't a large gun.
The only blowgun we have access to. I forgot to change the screen.
Oops.
Just a moment.
A comedy of mild errors. Yes, we have much business in our Claybo needs to go to the mausoleum, the rats and the princess need to go to Perdurance, which is going to be some literature. Wolf Tom, the signal boy, and the fortunate navigator have business in London. Port's Throne will be on there, not having verdant spore about what we're looking for.
Verdant spore.
The caged. The
There we
devil
go.
needs to visit the wolf and also London.
The Wolf of the Wolf.
And we need 3 ministry permits.
Which I think we have.
For Glassman and the False Sun. And after Albion business, back to Regent's Grave, bringing literature from the parents.
Some the glass.
Oh, that's why we were doing it like that. We had business in Perdurance, which we haven't found.
Yeah.
And that will perforce get us access to
Glass man.
Is that like that one WWE wrestler, the Ass Man, but under the OpenGL license?
What?
OpenG license.
I'm confused. Okay.
That explains nothing.
Yeah. My brain just went, oh, I'm glad to hear old Tom's well.
I mean, he is.
Yeah.
Mostly. He's the Hobo King. He's the Spobo King.
He's the Hoboken.
He's the king of the space Sobos. Oh, cool. Hours for Leadbeater and Stainrod.
I certainly do have an excess of hours.
It's a little out of the way, though.
Yeah. Okay.
We could probably get more. Lucrative deals. We'll start around now. Especially if we get a deal, you know, being for something to be delivered to launch.
Mm-hmm.
That would be convenient.
Although I'm not sure I've encountered deals such as that before.
No, too bad. You think cross-region deals would start showing up in the game?
Yeah. Like I've certainly found deals that are more easily sourced in different regions, but not ones that are delivered to other regions.
And we want to double check your quest with the last man. I forget if he needs 3 ministry permits,
Yes.
or if he needs 2, but we want to bring another one with him so we can...
He needs 3. I remember that.
Good.
Oh yeah, and I should have packed some hours for the trip. Herpaderp.
Oh yeah, you need hours to go.
I've already turned in port reports.
Oh good. I didn't remember those. Just like one.
Oh, I have hours.
Oh good. You know where you're at.
Yes.
Yay!
I remember things.
Past us is smarter than current us.
Yeah.
Yay!
Ow!
You took no damage from that.
I took 1 damage from that.
Really?
Yes.
I'll take your word for it. So I can't tell how thick the border of the health meter, of the hull meter is. Yeah, if you're not to get too close to these tackities, sometimes they explode if gassed.
Yes. Hello, I'm guest.
Doing such terrible things. Disgusting. Distinctly unconcerned for the lives of the people who make more killings than happen.
Uh-huh. Ooh, that's a thing. Abandoned homestead. 100% chance of success. Would find we.
They leave behind.
Supplies!
They left their booty.
Booty, 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 rocking everywhere. Hey, and there.
They shared a... It is yours now.
A collective butt.
Hive butt.
Hive butt.
Exploding.
Maraude. Gossip. Oh yeah.
Scrap its hull for materials. We want that 1 hit point back.
We dinged the paint.
Take their paint.
That's not how it works. I don't care.
Scrape the layer of paint off of their hull and rise.
Take the paint and put it over there.
Captain, their paint job doesn't remotely match ours. Make it a racing stripe.
90% chance of success. What have they found?
Cash. Oh, so
Souls.
the lame kind, but yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Souls of the most boring men to make it into accountants most week.
Watch where you're flying. Please.
Tend to be a little better at it than the Command.
A little bit. That one was still kind of hooning around. Hunan. Kind of Szechuan around.
Gotta have that Szechuan sauce. It's purple.
It's blue and blue on the tin.
This for some reason associated with Disney's Mulan.
Join the Llamas Fair, a celebration of the bounty and fortune of Port Prosper. There is an elderly lady who whispers surreptitiously, likely to be a tombola. What is a tombola?
What is a tombola?
Computer.
I've occasionally been tempted to.
A lottery-style board game which originated in southern Italy. Variation of the game is a popular form of raffle in the UK and elsewhere. Okay.
Yes, I've been periodically tempted to reactivate my Google Voice Assistant, but to change its activation phrase to either computer, like it's a Star Trek episode,
Yeah.
or pray tell Google. Just something silly, something that's not as easily identified all the time.
Yeah.
As okay Google,
Yeah.
or Alexa, order 30 tons of cream corn. Alexa, confirm purchase.
Nothing? Okay.
One more thing.
Let's,
Un dias.
Ow! One more HP.
Okay, bye. Good job. Okay. I love how they use like a significant amount of force,
Mm-hmm.
but it is carefully separated.
Yeah. Okay. So now, there's the Well of the Wolf. I need to bring something there, though, don't I?
No.
Just the devil? Not like also
Yeah, you
some
gotta flag
souls?
something there, and then you go to London, and I think that's when you flag the whole thing. HB things. We must start by making for London, because that's where you're gonna read that con.
Ah, that's true. Okay, then.
It's no big loss to have to go to London. This is London.
Yeah. Don't know where to take the rancid princess.
Stinky princess. What an amusing head candy. She's arrestingly beautiful, but she needs a shower.
Oh, what are you doing here? Ah, you jerk.
It wasn't even aggro, it was just flying off.
Ow. Jorks. Jeez. Dashed itself upon the...
Yep.
Not stones, but...
That's exactly how you fight Cantanker, actually. You dodge them, like bullets.
Sure. Experience is good, as are Sky Stories.
Heavy snore on the break of waking.
A crewman tells a tale of his prior commission. I served on the Nibelung, a mining engine out of Lustrum. We were cracking sky rocks, digging out ours. But the seventh rock didn't hold ours, it held one of those. He indicates the cantankery. Devil battered halfway through the hull before we got away. Was that the storm that squawks? Sure. I'll get an uncanny specimen. Stony organ still palpitating with stubborn life. Oh, there's something I can, look at.
Look at sign.
Come on, let me... Let, a windswept habitation. The enterprise of Albion does not rest. Its skies are littered with abandoned construction, derelict factories from its earliest foundation, homes that have yet to be lived in, workshops for industries that proved irrelevant in the heavens. Here stands a chimneyed factory dating to Albion's foundation and long since abandoned to the rats and the mold. Let's repair, I think.
Good.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Yeah, full repair. 18 hull. Your engineers return from the recesses of the factory with boxes of obscure replacement parts. See this? One of them asks excitedly. That's a number 3 gasket, that is. Can't get them for blood nor money. You nod and smile supportively. Copper Bottom Kitchen.
Bottom box, make the restaurant go.
Okay.
Right. Steak. London's End. Where's it? Depends how much way you're going. Land's End. Well, if not.
Oh, there is an irregularity right over there.
Oh, there that is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The Royal Horological Office. Time and lustrum should be 1834. Train from Brabazon Work arrives at 11:30 in London. The current time shown on the Master Brabazon clock is 14:30. The train took exactly 1 hour to make the journey. It does not, of course, accurately offer this as a hypothetical for the sake of testing. What was the accurate time of its original departure from the work world?
I would assume 10:30. Depending on the definition of accurate.
Yeah. Yay. Well, you seem to have the idea. No point in going through the other 248 questions. Congratulations, you are now officially a Royal Horologist Apprentice.
Yeah, see, I thought like a big piece of something mechanical was flipping around down there.
I thought so too at first, but it appears to have stopped. Curious.
Here's that cat.
Hours. Whoa, where are you going?
Yes. Yeah, responsible.
No sooner have you pulled into the sidings than a long-faced man in a battered coat approaches your locomotive and asks for a moment of your time. Hear what he has to say. He fiddles with the bent brim of his hat as you approach, his face as solemn as a basset hound. His voice is nasal, his eyes gray. I will not wish you a good day. You are a person of intelligence, and the day is manifestly miserable. I myself am newly afflicted by the gout, which has made my mornings a parade of wretchedness. No doubt you have your own misfortunes, into which I will not pry. Instead, let us move to the happier subject of business. You have come to my attention for the very reasons you avoid others, your subtlety and your cunning. My employer may have work for you, profitable work, but perilous, and profoundly illegal. Should you be interested, seek me at the Admiral Benbow Inn here in London. With that, he takes his leave, tutting at the thickness of the fog, before he dons his crooked hat and vanishes into the crowd. Your aunt is here, dear God.
Found her again.
Yep.
Oh no.
Filial piety demands as much, and she does make a damn fine scone. Lost one savage secret. Help the amiable vagabond plot an escape. The vagabond has managed to procure blueprints of the jail where Ratbite is being held. You know what? I do have those things in storage. Let's get a caged catch and a barrel of unseasoned hours. First, real quick. I've heard of a less than legal organization operating out of the Steel and Sapphire Yards. Your connections are reluctant to talk. I hear the deniables have been sniffing about, less known the better. London's deniable constables, the plain-clothed instruments of Her Majesty's displeasure, are a persistent superstition of the underclasses. Eventually, a dubious rag-and-bone man directs you to one of the engine houses. Talk to the bookkeeper. He'll see you right. Deliver your boat reports. Yay. Come back to that in a little bit. Oh, I will need to respec for veils. Let's see. Officers, 2 veils. Okay, well that's something. 4 veils, 6 veils. 6 veils. Oof, that's not going to be a lot of help. Yeah, 60% chance of success. Well, it's better than even odds. Let's try it. Your heist is an unmitigated disaster. The guards see through your disguises immediately and draw their pistols. Vagabond is laughing heartily as you abscond. And I can't do that again without time, so I will have to use a cryptic benefactor. Okay, I remember that from last time. A skylark named Ratbite has boarded your engine. Yes. Now over here. The only address the signalman has for his friend is Shed 4 at the yards. He will only reveal her first name, Charlotte. Unfortunately, Shed 4 is off limits, ringed with a wire fence and under the guard of a pinched watchman and his barely tamed hounds. Yeah, we can part with an otherworldly artifact. The watchman coos at your gift and adds it to the incomprehensible jumble of objects crowding his shelves. It goes between a roll of crackling parchment, which he claims originated in the library of the scribe spinsters, and a rubbery skull. He waves you through, and the grumbling dogs watch petulantly as you sidle past. Shed 4 is a huge storehouse. Beams of solemn starlight slant from grubby windows in the roof. The hulks of old locomotives rust here, from battered tugs to fat old liners once packed with immigrating Londoners. The signalman heads off between the wrecks. The signalman stops before a stately old wreck with flaking navy blue paint. This is her. None worked harder on the Isambard line than she did. You look at the nameplate. The Charlotte guest. Look how they left her, he says gloomily. That's not right. You tidy up. You tidy up. You put things in order. You turn the lights off and close up before you go. She deserved better than this. Pretty sure I have 3 bronzewood.
So his friend was a decaying train.
Apparently.
You have 6 bronzewood. Hey.
Yep. Was it 3?
Yep.
You have to source replacement wood and call in a favor you won't get back anytime soon, but you secure the promise you need. The Charlotte guest will be restored and displayed in a modest exhibition hall in the Museum of Inauguration, where London commemorates its arrival in the skies. The plaque she receives will not mention the Isambard line. London does not celebrate failures, but it will testify to her hard work in a hostile sky. The signalman is mollified. It's all any of us can hope for in the end, isn't it? To be remembered.
What was the deal with the tobacco shop?
I don't remember. Macquarie watches suspiciously as you examine his shelves. Selection is unimpressive, as is the quality. Neither Albion nor the Reach has found a genuinely good replacement for tobacco, though increasingly frantic smokers have tried lighting up virtually every example of sky flora that has been discovered. A few skyfarers mill about examining the lower grade flavors and speculating on exactly what Macquarie is cutting them with today. The more expensive brands are untouched in their glass cases. You'd wonder how this place managed to stay open if it weren't for the fact that it is so obviously on the brink of closure and probably collapse. Nothing there right now.
Okay.
We probably just haven't turned up. What it do?
Fortunate Navigator have anything good around here? Sure he still does.
Right. He should. Explore London. Ah, there's this. That one's a failure. No sign of the fragment in London. Go with the navigator to the ambassador's house. The house is small, but is in an expensive location. It is well kept. The windows are clean, the steps freshly swept. Asphodel is flourishing in an urn by the steps. It still feels like home. The navigator gazes at the front door. Feels strange to know I'm just visiting. The navigator stands beside you, visits with a loose thread on his sleeve. The grieving matriarch herself opens the door. She sees the navigator and yelps. She laughs. It disintegrates into tears. The navigator enfolds the woman in a hug. The matriarch glares up at the navigator fondly. I've been so worried. The moment I knew you'd signed up, it's so dangerous out there. What if something had happened to you, too? She hustles the pair of you into the drawing room. My husband's at work. He'll be disappointed to have missed you. Hey, Mom. Would you mind pouring me some more drink? Thank you. We can't stay long. I mustn't impose on the captain. I promise I'll come back soon. He draws the matriarch close and lowers his voice. I came to ask, may I borrow the key? I haven't been able to pay my respects. The matriarch looks mortified. Give them some privacy. The walls are covered in family photos, etc. What does it open? The family tomb in Eagles Empyrean. They took Alton back there. Thank you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, for that I need the Immaculate Souls. How many? Just one.
I think you have like 3.
13.
I thought you had like 3 or 4. Okay, cool.
You try the remains of the palace. You try a few townhouses that have fallen on hard times. Then the repentant devil cackles to himself and says, I know where she will be. Hard to believe I did not think of it first. He leads you unerringly through the streets. It seems he lived here for a time not long ago. This was once the embassy of the devils in London. It is now a ruin, though still overly hot. You can see only a few limbs of the Baroness at a time. Most of her extends up the grand staircase and out of sight. The downstairs portions are plated, iridescent on black, something like a widow's ball gown if it were made entirely of beetle. The Baroness's children are sightless larvae chewing old paperwork. Someone sent an assassin after me, the repentant devil addresses the Baroness' downstairs eyes and her downstairs mouth. plates of the Baroness's exoskeleton spasm. The rhythm is the rhythm of laughter, but the sound is the rustling of leaves. When she speaks, it is with the same desiccated quality. If I had the energy to kill you, I would have done it long ago. No, my old friend, your problems come from very much another direction. They visited me looking for you. She turns her notice to you. It must be irritating serving such a master. He becomes intolerable when he is bored. Let it go. She might not appreciate the nuances. She studies your silence for several moments. When you don't move or speak, she seems satisfied. Ask about the person who came for him. What was their intent? I said that there was no point in trying to take it. What is this? I said that there was no point in trying to take him anywhere he doesn't want to go, the Baroness remarks, extending one limb toward the repentant devil. But she seemed likely to keep trying, so I killed her and kept her effects. She produces a bundle of things: clothes, a mean little dagger, and some paperwork. The bundle has been chewed on by the Baroness's children, but the papers still look legible. With that, you're ready to leave. What will you speak of as you depart the embassy? Revolutionary tendencies, sure. He speaks of his last fight with the Baroness. She did not wish him to leave or to join the Republican faction. The fight was lengthy and violent. He still has scars. Why do you think he's had to grow his sideburns out? Huh.
He's become angry at the judgments.
And I don't think I'm going to worry about smuggling right now. I got plenty of money. Oof. The gym.
You could talk to the navigator, but there wouldn't be too much point because Eagle's very into the looking.
Okay.
Oh dear. Did you take your drink a little too quickly there?
Possibly.
Oops. but that's pretty good.
I didn't want to jump the gun.
Premature celebration.
Yeah. The jails in London have a cavalier approach to provisioning prisoners. Once she's eaten, she'll tell you what she knows about quivers. Excuse me. I think one of those hiccups caught something. You, Ratbite, and the Vagabond dine together. The Vagabond is laughing raucously, telling horrible jokes. Ratbite says little. She's gaunt, hollow-eyed, all sharp angles and scars. Quivers was obsessed with fairy tales, she tells you. He said there were some skylark signs scattered around the skies that no one knew the meaning of, not even the oldest skylarks. He believed they'd lead him right to the sugar-spun garden if he could translate them. He believed they'd lead him right to the sugar-spun garden if he could translate them. She pulls a small notebook from her pocket. He left this with me. He'd collected all the undeciphered signs except one. Last I heard, he was headed to Aklis to find it. Final untranslated skylark sign in Aklis. Wherever that is.
Where the heck is Atlas?
Where the hackless Aklis? Oh yeah, thing at Carillon. For her. And I'm briefly without terror.
Great. More hours.
4 hours. There must be something to do with them at endgame.
Yeah, something
In
like
large numbers, yeah. Remember that. Five Albion port reports and speak to him again. Came to the skies as a lad in the first days. Her Majesty needed a whole country built and granted us 30 years to do it. I took the offer, helped lay the foundations of London, built some of the dome over the throne of ours. Then I joined up with the squire to lay the Isambard line and headed to the Reach. Last time I saw Albion, it were just construction. I'd like to take a look around, see what our graft bought. If I were younger, remarks the repentant devil, I would take that place from its current ownership and turn it into a fitting demonstration of the refinements of the soul. I could even work with you if I turned your ribs to glass. He's lost in a reverie like a tailor seized with the vision of the ideal trousers for a particularly difficult client. When he recollects that you're still present, he adds, "You may have noticed that they do not bother to prepare each soul to order. That's the real art, of course. match the soul to its judgment.
Gravely implying that stars eat souls.
Mm-hmm. I used to live with her, he says, for centuries, before the Republic. She gave me a safe haven, I gave her the wreck of power. I had been something, and now I was not. You've seen how she is. She'll sit in the ruins of the brass embassy for a century if nothing dislodges her, feeding her babies on the pulp of diplomatic dispatches. On the topic of those babies, you rather thought you saw her eat one of her larvae as you were leaving. The uselessness and hiding wore on me. Overthrowing the aristocracy was something to do.
Okay. So we visit the well, and it's also get that guard.
Aye.
Visit the well. Make sure we got the ministry permits on us. Bring the last man, false son. Look around for Perdurance. And stop at a bunch of ports to get reports and look for that stupid verdance. So we do the Iron Freight, right?
Yes, adjusted. We do.
Okay. Ship ransoms. And then you can sell the stupid gun.
Mm-hmm.
It's worth 30.
It's worth 100.
Oh. Okay, so that was worth less. That's better. Means anytime you get the offer, or the option to take one off of one of those guys, it was $100.
Mm-hmm. I have the space for it.
Yeah. Of course, with Jubilee is probably what the game expects you to be using, but you're still using
Well,
the craft about a large
Yeah.
amount. Also, the rest of the things.
Yeah. Okay, now I'm going to need.
I think they were like green armor around or something. You clearly still using it. Base level armor figure.
Quite a bit of that if I'm going to be flying around with not much idea of where I'm going. Well, in space, no one can hear you, so. In space, no one can hear you in space.
Nice. And of course, we have business at the mausoleum. Well, not right yet. Technically, it looks like a mausoleum.
Yes. But let's Well of the Wolf first.
Oh, and the holy bone shoots at me.
Hello! Welcome to ZomboCon. I mean,
The only limit is yourself.
the only limit is your butt.
I was about to say, the only limit is your dog. Improve your dog.
Donk!
And fly.
Right into the horological office. Jeez. You got a problem with time?
It's understandable. The passage of time is intensive.
I suppose. Got no time.
Hey, it's back! It's so sad that the Empress set it adrift.
Is it purple? The storm that speaks. Hello.
None of things in.
Huh?
Actually, it doesn't have any relation to storm.
Probably not.
Storm is implied to be like something between a dragon and a wrathful spirit. It is in Dragon's Force. Crew is presently.
Yeah, so I guess I'll try that. Success. Oh, that's good. Briefly without terror. The Overseer is most displeased when you turn up with one of her workers, forms all correctly filed out and stamped. They are forced to release the prisoner on schedule. Your only reward is a smile from the prisoner and a scowl from the Overseer. It is enough. Let's see. Attempted to converse with an Overseer. 2 Sky Stories. Say what? I can't do that from the bit between. I'm going to have to join a tour and then get to the place. Might have to go to Little Nice to discover that I can't get a port report from Little Nice. Oh, no wait, I can take a port report here. The Overseers here work... Yeah, you cannot get a report on Brabazon Workworld from Little Nice. I guess I had to tick that box before I could do a thing. Trade salons do gossip for supplies, I guess. Governor has requested me. Brabazon must be self-sufficient. Without industry to justify their lighting, our fires will go out. We must have work. The workers refuse to understand that they live so long as they work. That is not a threat, it is a fact of living here. They require hope. Give it to them. Not enough to stir them into revolt, but enough that the fires remain lit. Admired the rugs. Sneak away from the group.
Easy.
Write a port report. Yeah, let's help the workers. Gains 2 tales of terror. Locals have grown so used to gruel that even Murgatroyd's fungal crackers come as an exotic extravagance to them. You share what you have with as many as you can. Fuller bellies means more strength with which to agitate for better conditions. Damn straight. Trade sovereigns. Yeah, I can afford that. Takes a substantial crime for the overseers to risk visiting Brabazon personally and getting caught in its accelerated days. This one wants to get this over with and get back to the bit between as quickly as possible. His bribe is practically cursory. The punishment is brief, but still gruesome enough to send murmurs of discontent through the crowd. Explore the true Brabazon. You now have 5 towers. Terror.
You drew the tower 5 times in a row. That's a bad sign.
Uh-huh. It's like, what's wrong with this deck?
Why did it have that many copies of... Am I playing Tarot Baccarat? What's happening here?
We rejoin the tour to get back out. Finish the tour.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Let's see. I'll go by floating pond first, and then clear a bit of that between there and the Well of the Wolf. You okay there?
Where's the pilot of that monitor? It's a little green.
I think that's just a scrap heap. Why is there attack? Oh, that's why there's attackity.
Yeah, you get stuck on that giant, or whatever that thing is.
Okay, I think I've left it behind.
That engine was a good investment.
Yeah, it paid off there.
You just have to use it early in the encounter.
Early in the encounter. People's perpetual protest. In possession of an aunt.
You have one and all.
Your aunt examines the scone with professional distaste. I suppose one shouldn't complain, she mutters, but marches off to have a quiet word with the baker anyway. You eat the slightly stale scone, complete with lashings of jam and clotted cream.
Sounds delicious.
Yes.
It's not the baker's fault if it's stale, but it just means it's been sitting around for a little bit. It may have been delicious when it was new. Probably still delicious, just can't say it.
The incautious driver. Success!
Woo! We found the verdant seed.
The driver sniffs at the air for any hint of loose, verdant spores dragged in by passing travelers. I can taste something. A fear, not death, but the loss of something important. The fragment doesn't want to return. It doesn't want to give up what it's become. They close their eyes, focusing. I can taste its design as well. Its host knew of a place called Hostrup Deep, a desolate corner of the sky meant to hide there. The deep will be hard to find. When we're close, we'll need to use our scout. The deep lies to the east-northeast of London.
Huh. Okay. Scout. East northeast of London for strip deep.
Parliament has little power, but at least there is a chance it might listen. That is more than protesters can expect at the throne of ours. The protesters raise their voices with a spirit of camaraderie and the united belief that words can still make the world a better place, with neither anger in their words nor violence in their demands. At 3 on the dot, the huge portcullis opens and the protesters are served tea, scones, and little cucumber sandwiches cut into triangles. A little recognition of the protesters' ongoing service to this most vital part of British democracy. Join the protest.
I am passing my freeze off. I will be right back.
Okay. Excuse us, the man in the yellow rosette calls. Excuse me, a minute of your time? The smiling man wearing the yellow rosette cuts in first. Captain, join our campaign to celebrate Albion and restore old-school patriotism to the land by officially renaming Wednesday as Victoria's Day. Praise her renewed majesty for all she has... The smiling woman wearing the green rosette effortlessly cuts in. For killing democracy? For our subjugation? No, Captain, we must make a stand for freedom. We must show the Empress that we will not just sit idle. Join us as we triumphantly rename her precious Victoria sponge cake to the People's Cake. Those are both the tiniest non-measures, but still, like, symbolic gestures aren't entirely nothing. Like, they can be stepping stones? But, yeah, in this situation, it's... No. Trader's Green. Okay, well, this time I didn't startle the guy startle the guy over the edge and into the abyss.
Oh, good.
He just toppled himself over.
What?
Yep.
save that fool.
Nope.
Well, that's tragically stupid.
Yep.
Tragically stupid. Which seems to share my assessment of the temperature.
Yeah, don't really need souls right now. Don't need crockery. Oh, my leg.
Black rod.
I'll buy a unit of supplies, though, just to...
I wonder what the weird history of that particular office is. I think most of what Black Rod does is hit the door of Parliament with a big, like, bronze or gold cap made of like ebony. And it's
Yeah.
Black Rod.
Oh, no.
Not then again.
Yep.
Yep. Probably safe to say that. Though the wider field of view is nice.
Yeah.
That is a secondary benefit of the boost mode that I was surprised to notice. Like, oh, it zooms out a lot. Cool. Oh, man, someone broke a pipe. Failbetter. Rusting uselessly. Coraline got arrested?
That's... Butter? Remy? Swear to God, Remy. Gotcha. You can go ahead and lower the thing now. If you could scooch back the mouse pad, though. Oh boy, hours.
She's too small to pick up.
Supplies.
Dang! Gas of the line, you're showing around a little bit.
Yep.
Come on. There's like nothing out there but a single marauder. Broken garbage floats weirdly in the sky. Yeah, there's another one of those spiked, nasty cutting bill things.
Mm-hmm. That's further out than I thought it was going to be. It does sell fuel, but should probably head back to...
Does the well have fuel? I don't think it does.
No, the well is not actually a port. I should probably head back to Brabazon after I hit the well of the moon.
Yes.
Yeah. Supposed to land. Like, that looks like the spot, but was oh jeez.
Oh great, I collected her. You need to get like more closer to the edge.
There we go.
There we go, bang.
A hole in the sky. Torrents of celestial mist pour into it. Shelves of black ice poke from its throat. One of the shelves extends over the well mouth in a narrow spur. At its end stands a pitted cast iron bandstand. Send through the gale and land on a shelf of ice. The well wind bays like a dog refusing to leave its master's grave. 61% chance of success.
Oops, you may have specced a little off of your iron.
Yeah, but I won't be able to respec.
As long as you land.
Yep.
That's done.
Success.
Oh, good.
Your engine bucks like a dying pig. Its hull groans, gritty black particulate clatters at the windows. With a last lurch, your locomotive crunches onto the grimy ice. Your driver exhales. A good landing, not a gentle one. When you emerge from your engine, the winds push back at you like a schoolyard bully. The cold bites. Beyond the lip of black permafrost, the well-mouth gapes, wide enough to swallow worlds. Away from the edge, a cluster of hexagonal cave mouths perforate an icy cliff face. The yellow eyes of devils gleam inside them. Speak to the congregation of devils. They emerge, curious, from the caves. Once they were dapper in pinstripe or delicate in brocade. Now they wear rags. Their brocade has frayed, their pinstripe faded to portagey gray. You ask about their lives here. Silence. When you persist, one steps forward and opens his mouth as wide as he can. Plain song emerges, sweet with a sonorous drone. The devil's lips and tongue aren't moving. The song is coming from deeper in his throat. You stand on tiptoes. The devil leans obligingly forward. You peer past his tongue, his tonsils, his gullet, and see a large compound eye, insectoid, iridescent, peering back at you from his chest cavity. The devil steps back. That is all for now, it seems. A large fragment of skyrock has fallen here. It has been graven, by the wind or by long-forgotten tools, into a bulbous shape, perforated by holes of different sizes. It moans. It whistles. The shapeless idol looms over you. Someone has scratched jagged teeth around each of its holes, transforming them into many, many mouths. A heavy hook is affixed into the stone, just higher than you can reach, while at the base of the idol, 2 depressions have been dug into the ice. The first holds a knout with hooks knotted in its thongs. The second holds a buckled strap of something like leather. Enact to the right of the rack, around the second depression, someone has cut the words "hang and give voice" into the ice. You can guess what you must do. No.
You leave it to its piping rhymes.
Approach the bandstand. A spur of ice juts precipitously over the well. At the end of it sits a bandstand, worn by the wind. There the devils sing their hymns. The journey to the bandstand is bleak and exposed. The well waits on either side. If you look down, you imagine movement in its colliginous depths. The temptation wells in you to fling yourself from the ice and into the abysm. You avert your eyes swiftly. The thing in the well begins to howl, and the winds scurry in search of kinder spaces. It is a hollow, keening sound, the distress of something that can't believe it still has more to lose. The ice groans miserably. The devils struggle out in their wasted finery, out into the teeth of the wind. In a trudging line, they make their way to the bandstand. The devils mount the bandstand and begin to sing. Their lips are motionless, their mouths hanging slackly open. Buzzing plainsong pours from their throats. The notes are scattered across the scale, creating only a tenuous harmony. Slowly they begin to shuffle in what might be a dance. Its movements are performed only with the feet. Are they drawing an alphabet? Hieroglyphs? The well's wail drowns them out, but they persist. After some time, the well begins to waver. The wind slackens. Slowly, over the course of another hour, the well returns to quiescence. The devils, wearied, go back to their caves. The devils are using a dance alphabet in their services. Perhaps you could learn it. Bees!
Bees. They're doing the ABCs.
Decipher some of the dance alphabet of the devils. I do indeed have a savage secret, a moment of inspiration, and a searing enigma. You had the presence of mind to take sketches of the steps the devils performed during their last service. Returning to your engine, you spread your sketches across your bunk and instruct your crew that you are not to be disturbed. You have learned a great deal in your travels. You are sure the patterns of the Devil's Dance are a crude form of the correspondence. The hymn itself, you think, is only inflection. By morning, you have assembled enough of a foundation to decipher the Devil's next service.
Huh. So the well's another dead star, is it?
Seems that way. The bandstand is made from cast iron, modestly curlicued, and pitted by the harsh weather. You find the manufacturer's mark and date. The components were wrought in the promised days, just after London arrived in the heavens. While inspecting it, you feel the weight of the numberless fathoms below you. They pull at you. Perhaps as a child you dropped a stone down a less terrible well. Perhaps you listened for the sound of it striking the bottom. Now you imagine yourself as that stone, falling and falling.
I'm much more worried about this thing than any ocean.
Cat?
You unlock this thing by having no useless cats.
Whatever it is the devils would like it gone, please. The devils trail you to the lip of the well, their faces weighted with expectation. Something is yowling plaintively from the abyss, something mortal and odiously off-key. You go on your stomach and lean over the edge, a hand thrust into the void. For moments there is nothing Nothing but the noise, nothing but the cold and the sense you've profaned something sacred. Then your fingers brush against fur. With considerable effort, you extract a round-bellied, snaggle-toothed, long-clawed lump of a cat. The devils are relieved at your success and insist you depart with the aggrieved feline as soon as possible.
The useless cat is on board your engine.
Help the repentant devil look for what he seeks. In body, she is an older, even motherly deviless. She says nothing to him, though it's plain she recognizes him with pleasure. He, for his part, sits with her a long time, telling stories of the Iron Republic, of London as it used to be, of Parabola. He talks the way one might at the sickbed of a beloved, unconscious patient, as much for one's own comfort as for theirs. At last he runs out. How did you ever reconcile yourself, he says, to giving up the work? She doesn't answer. Before he can go, she offers him a document on papyrus, sealed with wax. I do not understand, he says again and again on the way back down the cliff. Once she was an unstoppable force. Perhaps she has grown tired, he allows. Perhaps she is gathering her strength again. I suppose that would be an understandable response. Would you please? Thank you. That does things?
These bandages. Yes.
We have something like those. Or I have something like those. Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah. I have the self-adhesive kind.
Yeah, the self-adhesive kind is what I have too.
The trouble with the self-adhesive kind is it will ruin itself. All it has to do is bend in just a little bit and then get squished.
Yeah. I mean, you can be very careful with it and be able to reuse it, but
it's visibly not meant for reuse.
Yeah.
You can get both, right?
Thank you.
You can find the fabric ones. Though, truth be told, depending on the nature of the wound the bandage is bandaging, it should be thrown away in some cases.
Yeah. Yeah. That, or like, they have athletic wraps as well. That would do. Damn it! Again!
Holy moly. Something about that particular model.
But
Mountain Dog. Oh my god. Don't.
What? What? I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what he had, but he had something. I mean, I think he was gonna hook you with a long straight pin or something. I don't know, surely not. But he had something.
That seems like a little much.
He was gonna poke you with something.
I was gonna go for the startle response thing. And it is.
I would take it from you, except that, you
Give me a minute to concentrate.
This particular box of crunchy munchies even munchier than usual.
Ass.
Ass. It's Louis Asterson.
Oh, my shoulders.
Careful, Liz.
Okay. I think I'm good.
Okay.
And I think we're done here.
I think so.
So we should head back.
To Brabazon.
Yeah, probably.
As you determine, Clockwork Sun is a little.
It's a little distant, yeah.
No.
You did.
Still, I didn't leave something in the jar. Like it was.
No, but the one that smells so nice and it's so absolutely should be confident either next to the box. But it smells like somebody is something really nice.
I've not heard that alarm sound before.
Yeah, me neither. That I don't trust the wells. Malkin's Pride. I drink plenty of malk.
Vitamin.
Where that smaller jug from, it is root into the path that slides over that. So it's dripping clear, but a little bit of it has unclear land. Rag towels. That's why it's that's why I can smell.
It probably shouldn't be doing that. Yeah, I said.
I just realized we forgot to turn the lights off. Oh well, it's fine. It's not like this game is that spooky. With the exceptions of creepy stuff like the Mullet Wolf, like we just did, but... See, I can check stuff out down there again since I wound up with some hours. Picked some of those up while I was flying around. But I certainly don't have much else to do with them.
Well, that was more magnitudinous than I thought. It appears the neck had failed a little bit, and had been dripping for a while. Oh, good, you're making friends.
Yeah, I came back here for gas, and I had those extra hours that I picked up, so I was like, why not? Since I'm about to buy fuel anyway.
You can be the leader now.
Oh, yes. Gov wants a word. There we go.
Excellent. Away we go.
Take me in. Talk to the revolutionary leader. Right. Find out what they want. Black blah 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 blah. Yeah, I have that. And they want tea. And more blackmail. Blackmail. You're blackmailing me. Sponging all my money. I don't think it's funny. Wave something, something. I don't remember the words. Back streets. Back streets back. All right.
All right. How many Sky Stories you get?
A lot. 36.
Well, you're low on Savage Secrets, so
Yeah.
let's have a trade.
Mm-hmm. And if I could buy supplies here, I would make that trade, but and let's back it up. Hours. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That'll be good.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
11, 12.
12.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oop, that's not what I meant to click.
Wanted to play that freaking pinball game.
Everyone wanted to play that freaking pinball game.
I was disappointed when I found out it wasn't a real pinball game.
Useless cat. He is not good. He falls off high things. He gets stuck in vents. He sits at the exterior hatch and yells to be let out. He's yours, though, you suppose. The cat sleeps in the hold, in the engine room, in the galley. It is often found asleep, never seen expending energy moving from one place of repose to another. Today it is sleeping on your desk. Stroke the cat. Perhaps it will be relaxing. For something so lethargic, it has a remarkable turn of speed. Its soft white belly was a trap. Your useless cat yawns theatrically as if to emphasize exactly how little it cares about the blood oozing from your forearm. It stands, stretches, knocking a pot of ink onto the floor, then curls up once more. The ink pools lazily. You'll need to mop that up before it reaches the rug.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a cat.
That could be just. The cat could just enjoy being tormented by the inadvisably large dog.
You could jump on your dog. I live in Florida now.
That's what I do. I have less than 300,000 myself.
Yeah.
That's actually quite impressive because that box actually locks you out from the passive points. It's less a bonus and more a thing to try and force engagement. Like, you'll get no points if you don't click it. Look at that enduring dirt map. Spin around. Figure it out. Big potato pipes.
Is that what they carry?
Thump. Thump.
Oh, hello. You aggro me? I shoot. Haha.
That should have been a miss. They just, like, dirt. That was strange. Yoink.
Literature.
Oh, cool. Got some for free. Faded Torerotype.
Well, we located it. We didn't. We didn't acquire it.
And Siegelman said it was hiding somewhere.
The pilot.
Oh, yeah. Concentrated deep eastern season.
Mm-hmm. Means it should be somewhere. Oop, wrong.
Wait, back?
That looks promising.
It's found something. It's a megacorp joke. Ooh, there's something going on.
Yes, indeed.
One of those abandoned holes.
Rest and recover. My terror is a little high. By which I mean, it's still less than 50%, but it's approaching 50%. The factory is sooty from an old fire that once swept through it. It still smells damply of smoke. Some of its floors are flooded with stagnant puddles, others piled with boxes of unidentifiable rusting components. You find a dry, brick-pillared chamber and settle in. The stoker breaks out her harmonica.
Apparently in the strange new Oregon Trail remake, those are consumable items.
Harmonicas?
Yep.
Huh.
They take up one tile slot in your wagon inventory puzzle. And, yeah, they increased morale for everyone in the party by 2. As a usable item. Consumable. The trail's gotten weird. The princess admires the glass statues. Oh, yeah, statues.
A nervous face whispers to you from behind a bulkhead. Help us. We were brought here to build the Clockwork Sun. Lots of abandoned storerooms. Help us raid them and take your fill. Safety in numbers. The sun despises thieves, but its anger can't shine on all of us. Those odds aren't good enough for me. Perhaps not. Ride port report. This, talk to him. Yeah, complete your charitable mission. The sequencer clasps his hands together. I can just imagine their smiles, he said. And oh, their wide, grateful eyes and their misshapen bow ties crying out for correction. He sends his orderlies to fetch your payment. There's a glint in his eye. I knew I was right about you. The sequence brought us together for a reason. We should send another package. What orphans really want is untraceable gold ingots.
Yeah, orphans love those. Non-sequential, if you move.
sudden look of horror. Ah, says the sequencer. You mean they don't already have those things? Oh dear, it's worse than I thought. He snaps his fingers and calls for his orderlies to return. A few hours later, your crew are carrying a package of tinned food and medicine back to your train, bound for delivery to the orphanage in London.
Neat.
Yeah. Ask the sequencer what's wrong. He lacks his habitual joie de vivre. Oh, nothing, the sequencer avoids looking you in the eye. I just sometimes feel very small in the great scheme of things. The rumbling beneath your feet is off-kilter, and you can hear distant machinery coughing like a flooded steam engine. The sun's light is dimmer than might be expected. With every unfortunate clank and racking whine, the sequencer winces as though struck. Visit the glass house. Approach the half glass empty. Assure him he'll soon be free.
Shining at the seams. Ooh.
47% chance of success. Where do I find the person?
I think he's in church football.
Probably. Terpsichore.
Yeah.
Should raise spec for hearts here. That gives me a 62% chance. 2 Tales of Terror. It hates us, he says. Hurry away from this place. Alright, bring 3 permits to the Broken Steward. 1 to authorize the release of the half-glass empty, 1 to authorize the authorization, a 3rd to confirm that the authorization has been authorized. The steward takes the permits, shuffles through them, then drops them straight into the waste paper bin. Seems to be in order, she says. I don't know why we were tasked with keeping prisoners here anyway. As far as I'm concerned, my job is to keep the bally lights on, not mess around in politics. Come on, I need to supervise releases personally, not that it's ever come up before. Her mouth is a grim line as she redons her helmet with the occasional hiss of pain. She makes her way up to the surface. Entering the glass house, the steward can only stare in horror at the state of the prisoners. Has she really been so isolated until now? The sun, she mutters. Broken, hateful thing. Damn it. Silently, she unlocks the empty cell, then she quickly turns to leave. You hear something shatter. She limps away, knee crunching, leaning heavily on her cane. The empty steps carefully from his cell. Half his face is contorted with rage and grief and relief. The other half is impassive. Thank you, says the freed prisoner. He pauses, struggling with himself, and then simply repeats, thank you. Shuffling awkwardly, partly assisted by your crew, the half-glass empty boards your train. He doesn't know where he wants to go yet, he says. Just away.
Save the glass man from the false sun, stupid shit.
Yeah, he's the glass man.
Why in the heck did Vicky think that it was a good idea to build the Dawn Machine Mark II after the first one? Complete failure. As it became sentient and angry and lied to people, apparently. and made itself like a faction. Sunlight seeps like cracks in.
Sir. Anyway, the thing I'm looking for is probably somewhere around here-ish.
So, why is there a horror to like
Or
just
here.
west of the just southwest of the Clockwork Sun?
Southeast? It is the Clockwork Sun.
Okay, that would make more sense.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I see. Yeah, promontory there. This one's
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I suppose I should make my way back towards London, but send out my scout along the way, see what I can find.
yes.
Maybe like dip into the clouds along this way as I make my way back. Mausoleum is down this way.
Okay, so it'll probably be like a twin trip.
Yeah, it's a bit out of the way for right now.
Mr. Cleveland.
Yeah. Let's see. I should respec back to iron before.
Screwing around and money.
Let's go ahead and grab one more fuel. Oh, way over there. Okay. I can do that. I am, as they say, the Colonel. Fuel. As fragile as they look, the incautious driver passes on the life lesson. Fragile. It's Italian. More fuel.
We're about to be south.
It says it's found something, but I don't see. Oh, way down there. Okay.
Wow. Yeah, that's a lot of vitrification.
Mm-hmm.
It's just been turning stuff into glass.
Turn to glass, dude. When you were ass, dude, I turned to glass, dude.
Like Rip the
Sorry.
Devil is turning into your ribs.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not for musing about.
Oh, he found one of
the little
those.
ones.
The Woogle ones. I think I need to, like...
Is it a harmless side effect or a warning?
I wonder if that was enough of a thing to... enough of an encounter with a weft to... no. The Hour of the Wolf. Oof. No, I'll just drink it away. Drink it away, Sam.
He lost Voltaire.
Yeah. And a savage secret, but it's fine. It's fine.
Clockwork Sun does something.
Fills your
Fills
window.
your windows.
Its light is blank and starched as a nurse's apron.
Oh, that's how she screwed up. She made an F class when she wanted a G.
Clockwork Sun, won't you come?
And turn the rain to glass. Clockwork
Nope.
Sun.
It's one of these guys. Okay, well, we're just gonna go...
Bye! He'll probably rush you.
Yeah, probably. Sit with the most afflicted. Get that savage secret right back.
Yeah, apparently these crazy things happen more when you're at 50% turn.
Yeah. I'll need to treat that soon. Ochre billows. Yeah. Oh, hello there, Tackities. What are you doing in Albion?
Oh, is that their answer ship over there?
Uh-huh.
Huh.
What are you doing so close to London?
Really high stakes spying?
I guess.
In an engine that's not remote. Stealthy in the least. Antagonist dreadnought looks so bad.
Hello, Vance. He's taking down the steers.
It looks like a steam-powered house pet. It's had too much to eat.
Ooh.
Like...
Looks like if Fat Albert were a train. There's another one. Let's try it. Failure.
Oh, but
You have entered a weft of unraveling time. The tear in time is too wide and too frantic. Your locomotive is snared. The present is buffeted by ragged days from times long ago, and swamped by the swells of solemn ages yet to come. Everything changes. When are you?
well, you're in HOC.
Perhaps this is a near future. Your engine looks the same. There are familiar faces among your crew. But here beside the captain's chair is a logbook more thumbed than your own. You cannot resist perusing the accounts of journeys you have yet to make. It is not comforting reading.
Escape, you will gain terror. I don't think
Yeah. Perhaps if you tolerate this current present a while longer, or hide from it or pray, it will pass. Perhaps another time will replace it. Perhaps you will like that time better. Gained 2 terror. Time is unraveling. You have only to endure, and the chaos of the weft will sweep your current circumstances away as another time gains dominance. You can feel its approach, a roaring like a gathering tide. Your engine heaves, throwing you to the floor, a shrill shriek of rending steel. Something is gutting your engine, great claws prizing apart the hull. Is this past? Future? The gun batteries thunder. Sky-suited crew pepper the breach with small arms fire as a shape presses hungrily against it. 100% chance of success, though. I think I'm going to lose terror when I try to escape no matter what. Or
Yeah,
gain
I think
terror.
so.
Ouch. You force your way through the battle to the bridge, ordering an evasive maneuver that casts off your attacker and sends you thundering from the weft. Your engine scars remain, along with the rounds that had been freshly loaded into the guns, and several of your aggressor's talons blasted from it in the fray.
You got some random crap, and now it's the 13th of October.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how it lives.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the last one you were in was weirder than it looks. Still there, of course. Mr. Minister, we found something weird. Dangerous.
Minister. That was the wrong button. What?
What? Why is there a thing in the mist?
I think we hit something. Yes, it was the building. It's fine. I can use fuel.
Not for whatever it was to the waste me. Oh, you can be nightmares, I see.
Yeah. Oh, caddy of dried tea.
Oh, you hit some tea.
Yeah.
You know, that makes sense in London.
Mm-hmm.
Just a random cask of tea floating around.
Report your encounter with a weft of unraveling time. Our office have been instructed to make such repairs as we can. We have invented the raveling jacks, simplified hour looms that can reweave time's torn fabric. If you would assist, we'll pay for every weft repaired. Unfortunately, the jacks only work from inside a weft, a delicate operation. I'm afraid the machines are fragile. My superiors insist we demand a small deposit before you requisition one. Yes. Wrap it up. I'll take it. Wrap it up.
An improbable number of arms and wheels. So I guess you again and use the jack guy.
Yeah, although that weft appears to be gone. The other one also appears to be gone. They'll come up.
Because I know so they can back. Even if she escaped it, it was still there.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, so I just kind of stuck with the raffling jack in your hold for a while.
Yeah, it's fine.
So you find another work before the board.
Exactly. I didn't get it.
Probably be annoying.
Dispose of the sequencer's well-intentioned package. The dazzled sequencer at the Clockwork Sun asks you to deliver a package to the needy. London produces industrial quantities of orphans, which are stored in orphanages while awaiting export to a work world.
Disturbing way of putting that.
Yeah. Upon opening your package, the orphans begin quietly and methodically distributing the food parcels and medicine. At the governess's urging, they thank you.
Hey, it's better than the crazy shit he was gonna send you.
Yeah.
This stuff is useful.
Repairs. Fully repair.
I feel like they overused the an occurrence. Ramblin' Jack, don't come back.
I'll keep that on me. Let's see. It wants tea at the Sun. I could do that. I need to do the next thing for place. And literature.
Because I think you have to yet.
Well, literature to Avid Horizon. Tea to the Sun.
Spittlefields.
Mm-hmm.
Ew. Ew.
Ew.
Ew.
Ew.
Ew.
Ew.
Ew.
Ew.
Ew.
Ew.
Ew.
Gross.
Oh, good. I cleaned it up.
Okay.
Those fields of spittle triggered the rogue fluid alarm you see. To those watching who aren't familiar with the rogue fluid alarm.
Okay, let's go back towards the Sun and see if we can't find that other thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, also let's also while we're here, I should real quick their old skills hold. Whispers a command that makes you draw breath. In, more than your lungs could hold. Your ribcage vaults like a cathedral. Your sight blackens. Your mouth tastes like a phoenix on fire. Then all that you were holding too tightly passes from you in a curl of incense smoke. After this lustration, he too uncoils, winged, burning, elliptical. This being could throttle a volcano, could summon back a comet from aphelion. The joke and the pleasure of it is that so much should be focused on you that you should be able to endure it, which is his doing too. Your terror has fallen. Huh. Well, anyway, assemble the devil's evidence. The devidence. Devilidence. He looks as pleased as you have ever seen him. It takes some hours to sort the matter out, but it becomes clear in the end. I have the measure of my attacker now, he says. If I were a younger devil, I would even be flattered. My old abilities are in demand. The Son of the Blue Kingdom has put out a reward for the first person to kidnap me and bring me under guard to Sky Barnet, there to assist in the service of its appetites. Huh.
I see.
Well, I don't have to make that decision right now.
Exactly.
What else was there? That's all. Oh yeah, I need to. There. Swoop.
Should we ask him more about going against the judges?
Oh. Something up there. An engineer cries out, her voice hoarse as a professional mourner. It's gone! Oh, star winking out. Okay. Well, fine. 55 or 42. Fine, I'll spend his supplies and then go back to London after I stop by the Clockwork Sun again, I guess.
How the Zailers lost their Z's.
Oh, my leg. Okay, complete your charitable assignment. From here on out, the coffers of Azimuth are dedicated entirely to the betterment of mankind, says the sequencer breathlessly. Together we'll bring light to even the darkest regions of Albion. I hope you'll join me in a hymn. Without waiting for your answer, he launches into a breathless hymn. You don't know the words, but do a creditable job of mumbling along. A crate of food and medicine awaits delivery to some needy folk somewhere far away. Rollberry Juxtamare. You'll need to find the hidden side of the seaside port. Soon enough, the people of Albion will look up at the sun in the sky and see a giver of warmth and life and kindness. Something they can rely on, just like the old days. He flashes you his most sincere smile and bids you a good journey. Okay. Since I don't really have enough supplies to get anywhere else, I may as well buy up those, since they're cheap. And some more fuel while I'm here. Something up there. Maybe that is the whatever it was deep. Whatchamacallit, it's deep. Bright Night Benefice. Probably just fuel. We'll dump the fuel. No, it was munitions, dang it. Okay, well. Something else up there. Yeah, two things. Hostrup Deep, here we go. Whatever this place was intended to be, its inhabitants are long gone. The entire building seethes with overgrown vines, burrowed deep into the foundations and climbing high enough to smother the roof in an inescapable embrace. The driver is drawn to something deep in the structure. The driver follows a trail of fungal vines deep into the bowels of the building, stopping at a bulbous mass that takes up much of what was originally a cellar. They approach it, letting its thorns rise up, wrap around them, draw blood. "I'm here to take you home," the driver tells it, though it seems unlikely the verdant fragment has any interest in something as simplistic as human speech. The driver winces as it digs its thorns in deeper. When it finally lets go, the driver looks miserable. "It won't come with us," they force out, wincing at the sting of fresh iodine on their wounds. It prizes its freedom too much to give up and just become part of its primogenitor. "I don't know what to do." It fears death. Your locomotive is loaded with it. Commune with the driver. Why not you? Sure. The verdant fragment pulses slowly, showing no interest in your attempt to communicate. Okay, fine. 61% chance of success, unlikely. Okay, this seems interesting. More interesting than this one, anyway. The vines shift from the driver's arms to your own flesh, digging in for the verdant fragments to taste your blood and get your measure. It appears to find it acceptable. The main mass of growth erupts into a single large flower that sprays spores into your face and withers away. As you help the driver cut the central mass free, something in the back of your head whispers to you in the language of flowers and butterflies. You can now return the renegade fungal mass to the nature reserve. You've lost 1 iron, you've gained 2,000 XP. Look for traces of the verdant, something might remain. The verdant fragment's consciousness has gone. The only evidence of plant life remaining are a few vines that are barely clinging to rotten wooden supports, already decaying. And then there's also another thing over here. Fuel.
Place.
Yep. Nature reserve. Since he boarded your train, the empty silence has started to get on your crew's nerves. What kind of man doesn't even sit to play a round of cards when asked? Isn't he bored? All he wants to do is stare out the windows. Worse, he still hasn't told you where he wants to go. The crew are starting to worry he's a permanent addition. He turns to you, chewing his words. Finally, he spits them out. "I have a confession. I miss the light of the sun." He avoids your gaze. "I miss the pain of its touch. I miss the songs in my head. I won't go back. I won't give them the satisfaction. So I want you to shatter me. break me into 1,000 glittering pieces and let me bathe in the sun's light. The sun is an addiction. Perhaps the empty can be rehabilitated. There's a place called Carillon where devils help agonized souls find healing. Perhaps they can help the empty recover from his dependence on the sun. It has to be better than being smashed to splinters. After much persuasion, he finally agrees to give it a try. Carillon will shatter me sure as the hammer, he says. The difficult part comes after. The repair. Oop. I have fuel to spare. Failure? Oh no!
Oh, poop.
Oh, that's just gained 5 terror, I guess.
You're getting way too much there.
You scout the mists. Suddenly your locomotive shudders under another impact, this time from below. There is a thunderous roar. Whatever it was you hit, it is big, aggressive, and offended. An Aegine, your driver cries as they reverse course frantically.
Sure.
Sure. Whatever that is.
Regarding the bit of drifting,
Hello. Oops. Just a little bit slow.
oh,
Hours.
I'm staring at you. Ooh, yes, drop terror. Okay.
Yeah. It's not a huge terror drop, but it's a little.
Yeah, right here, one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the option. You see the option to make the level status current? That's like
To make the what?
to make the recommended levels status engine current.
Ah, okay.
Out of the way,
Lose terror.
public decency.
May as well. So we'll need a few sovereigns.
$9 foot longs. Stupid munitions. God dang. Game's like, are you sure you don't want?
Yeah, that brings us right about to 11.
Yes, it is.
So, thank you for watching, folks. That's a good place to stop in London. Would you mind opening my desk? My desk, E. Martin and Wood. I should be back Saturday night to continue Chroma Squad. And more of this next Thursday. Yeah. Let's see who's around to raid.
Ride this adorably.
Hey, thanks for watching, Unholy Bun. Hey, Voxandra's playing something. Some kind of side-scrolly thing. Oh, it's one of the Valis games. She was talking about that the other day. So, yeah. Thanks again. Hope to see you next time. Good night, everybody.
Good night.